Hey there everyone, and welcome to Bill's Retro Gaming Show. On today's video we are going to be looking at another leak coming out of Arcade1up, and we're going to get started right after this. Alright, so as always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to click that subscription button. Click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put up a new video. Give this one a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you want to be part of the conversation. Now, first off, I want to give some huge shout outs before I get into this. First off, I want to give a big shout out to CasinoCades because I saw this when he did a live stream earlier today. Talking about this leak, and I'm going to have a link in the description below to that live stream that he did, so you can check that out if you haven't had a chance to see it for yourself. Another big shout out to Miguel Sanchez, because all the information you're going to see in this video came from him. He happened to be at Arcade1up's pop-up store in Miami. He got a look at what we're going to talk about today, and shared some pictures out there online. They made it, online. People picked them up. Like I said, Justin, aka CasinoCades, was the first one I saw to pick it up and run with it. So I want to give proper credit to the people who leaked this, or at least the people that I saw, where I saw it from. So, and of course, what we're talking about here, the big news, of course, is a first look at the Time Crisis Cabinet. All right, and here it is. This is the picture that Miguel Sanchez leaked from the Miami store. There we go. That's a little bit better. And it's a pretty decent look at the Time Crisis Cabinet. Now, whether or not this is a production version, whether or not this is a prototype, we really don't have a lot of information. The only information we have right now really is this picture. And there's a couple of interesting things that you'll notice with this. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit and move up and down here. So first and foremost, let me zoom out a little bit more. Let me start with this. So first and foremost, it obviously looks like they are trying to mimic an actual Time Crisis cabinet based on this. Again, if you watch Justin CasinoCades video, you will see that he pulls up a picture of an original Time Crisis. I'm not going to look for the same one that he found, but there are a lot of similarities between this and the original one. Obviously, this is put into a Arcade1up style version of it. But, the original has this big Time Crisis light-up marquee with the Namco underneath it. It's got the yellow where the speakers are. It's got this look, a similar look to the control panel, a little bit different. There should be a coin door here. There doesn't seem to be on this one. Again, maybe this is a prototype. Maybe they'll put a coin door on it. Not really sure. So, a couple of things to notice about this. Not sure what size the monitor is. People have been speculating it is the standard, 17-inch size monitor that we see from most of their cabs. Side art here, very similar to an original Time Crisis from what you kind of can see here. Interestingly enough, two guns. You have the two guns here, most likely send in, probably very similar to what was in the T2 arcade. No coin door. But then you come down here and there's only one pedal for this, which is interesting. All right, and I'll kind of get into that in just a few minutes. But, there you go. This is kind of a first look at what the Time Crisis cabinet might just look like. So, yeah, what do you think? It's interesting, that's for sure. I know people are kind of so-so on the color scheme, but the color scheme really does mimic the original arcade version. So that doesn't really bother me that much. Again, a few things to notice. One thing I didn't mention when I brought up the picture was no riser. Okay, so whether or not this is meant to be an XL style cab or not really sure, but there does not appear to be a riser on this. And again, back to that idea of only one pedal. Now, the original Time Crisis game released in the arcades in 1995 was a single player game. It was one gun, one pedal. Now, the cool thing, a lot of you who know about this game, the interesting play mechanic to it is that as you play through the game, your character is always ducking for cover, and you've got like a clock that runs down for each screen that you're on, and you would step on the pedal to pop up out of cover and shoot at the enemies. Once you've finished off all the enemies in that section of the game, you move to the next section of the game and duck under cover again. And then you pop up and down, and you've got like a minute or whatever the timer is to finish that section to move on to the next. Play continues until, you lose all your life and the game is over. But that's the original Time Crisis. Now, once Time Crisis 2 came out, then you had a 2-player experience with 2 guns, 2 pedals, and branching storylines, so that as each player is playing through, you can go to different areas of the screen to battle enemies from like different locations and whatever as you're playing through. Maybe one person goes upstairs, one person stays downstairs, and you're fighting at each other or on opposite sides of the room, kind of a thing. It's a unique play mechanic. So the idea was always, how would Arcade1up mimic that? Well, they may not have. It's very possible that Time Crisis 2 might not be included in this cabinet, just based on what we're seeing here. Again, we really don't know. We don't know what the games list is. But then, why the 2 guns? Well, again, there's been speculation of Point Blank being included. Now, Point Blank can be a single or a 2-player game, and there's no pedal involved, so that doesn't really matter. They might also include some other Namco light gun games on this that don't require a pedal. Not really sure yet, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens as more information comes out about this. But I just wanted to throw that out there, give you guys a quick look at the Time Crisis machine. As a matter of fact, let me bring it back up again while I'm talking, just so you guys can continue to get a look at it. And again, while I finish up, we'll just continue to take a quick look at this. Again, let me know in the comments, what are your guys' thoughts on this? All right. Again, it almost looks big, like a big blue in the way that the marquee is up here and all. Now this it's interesting that this is tilted a little bit. You got the marquee up here, the 2 speakers. Again, no riser at all, and the single pedal, which just kind of looks free floating. It doesn't really look like that's the area for it. It's got the step on it sticker, but that's like off centered a little bit. So it looks like you could probably move the pedal around a little bit. I will say that it looks very plastic and cheap, that pedal. So that is definitely cause for concern. It looks like it's, very breakable on it. But yeah, that's it. You got the game, the gameplay information here. Again, 2 guns, but only 1 pedal. So that has really got me baffled. The 2 guns and the 1 pedal have me baffled for sure. So I guess we'll just have to see. I haven't seen any other information on this, so I'm assuming this was just kind of sitting there. It wasn't turned on. It wasn't playable. Or we'd probably know more information by now. Yeah, I don't, there isn't much more to say. I just wanted to throw this out there for people so that you could see it and kind of get, an idea for yourself of what the Time Crisis might be. Now, there's been a lot of speculation on when Time Crisis could possibly release. I think at this point we'd probably be pushing it to see it by the end of the year. We may get an announcement before the end of the year, but I don't think we're going to see this until January. More likely, we're probably going to see this officially at CES. So we'll just have to wait and see, all right? But again, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of this? Do you like the look of it? What do you think the games list is going to be on it? Like I said, I'm thinking maybe Time Crisis 2. Maybe it's just Time Crisis 1 and maybe 1 or 2 other games. I don't think Time Crisis 2 is going to be on this. Not with that small monitor, not with a single pedal, unless they do something weird like give it online play, and in order to play something like Time Crisis 2, you have to play it with somebody else online. I don't know. I don't know. Or you play it in you could play it as a single player experience, and if you want to play multiplayer, you have to play it with somebody online. I suppose that's a possibility, but then why the 2 guns on there? I don't know. I'm perplexed, but hopefully we'll find out more information soon. Before I wrap up this video, I did want to just bring up one other interesting thing that came out of these leaks, came out of CasinoCades video earlier today, and that is this. And this is the CasinoCade. Again, very interesting. Looks like they may try to dabble into casino-style games over at Arcade1up. And, definitely some interesting things that I noticed with this. It looks like there may be 2 different form factors. You see all these in the back have a very partycade kind of look to them. They've all got a very similar shape with maybe a different top to them. You've got these levers for, playing the games and whatever. And it looks like they may all be like single player experiences. You've got a Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Let's Make a Deal, Plinko, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis, and Press Your Luck. I mean, all based on slot machines. But it looks like if you get this, you're going to get that one slot machine possibly on it, and that's it. That's the whole game. And then you come over and you look at this, and I'm assuming this is just like a display box like you would bring to a trade show just to kind of show something off without having the actual system there to show off, because this is obviously a very small box for a very big machine. But it looks like a either an XL or a 3/4 scale style machine for the Wheel of Fortune game. Again, it doesn't look like there's a riser on this, but they list that it is online, which is kind of interesting. And I guess maybe for some kind of a leaderboard type thing. Designed after Wheel of Fortune, but who knows? Maybe this one will include multiple games on it. I don't know, but it is kind of interesting. So I just figured I'd throw this out there to you guys as well. And hey, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Would you be interested in a CasinoCade? So there you have it. That was the second part of the leak. These CasinoCades. Like I said, it looks like possibly some multiple Partycade style machines that let you play these casino games. Possibly a larger 3/4 or XL style cab that possibly plays multiple of these casino games. I know people like them. I know people like to play them online. They like to play them, on their phones and different things. Even if it doesn't actually produce real money or tickets or any kind of, physical thing, just to play, to maybe be on a leaderboard, to score points and whatever. People like it. You're doing a casino night at your house. Maybe you have some people over and play something like this. Who knows? I don't know. Again, one interesting thing that I just wanted to bring up before I end this is to note, again, the no riser on the Time Crisis and the no riser on the picture of that CasinoCade. Now, either they're moving to a full XL style, maybe for some things that are coming out next year, or they're going to go riserless in the 3/4 scale. Now, I know a lot of people have been talking about this lately, the potential to just get rid of the risers altogether for, their standard size, their XL size or deluxe size or whatever, they're going to officially call it, their Pro Series, if that even continues after Killer Instinct. A whole nother topic, not really going to get into that now. But what would you guys think about that? Let me throw that out there as one final thought before I end this video. Would you be interested in 3/4 scale, the regular size machines, but with no riser? Just a single machine, a single style machine with no riser on it. I don't know what else to call it right now. All right. Let me know your thoughts on that, along with all the other information here. But hey, that's going to do it for this video. I just wanted to throw that out there, get that information out to you guys. More to come, I'm sure. One last thing that I didn't think to mention before is price. Okay, now when the GameFly leaks came out, Time Crisis was listed at $7.99. So there's every reason to believe that that's potentially the price on this. Now I got to say, from looking at that, I don't know that it's an $800 cab. I'm going to be totally honest. Unless we know more information on what games, what features, and whatever, I don't see $800 in that cab. And I'm disappointed, because Time Crisis is one I've been looking forward to. It's one of the few my wife has been looking forward to. It's a favorite game of hers. So, and I know it's one that she would have liked to have played 2 players on. So not having a 2-player version kind of sucks. Again, depending on how that all works out with the 2 guns, 1 pedal. I don't know. But there is every potential that this could be an $800 machine. Now, I don't know. I'm not seeing $800 in that. So let's see what actually happens again when the time comes. But there, I'm just going to leave it there. I think I've said all I need to say on that. That's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, leave a comment below. Hit that thumbs up for me. And I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.